Hi everyone, welcome to the Degrassi Minute. Today we're going to be looking at the 1989 Degrassi Junior High calendar. These are pretty rare items, so if you're the kind of person who's ever wondered what's inside of those calendars, well, this is the video for you because we're going to be looking at what's inside. So let's start off by looking at the cover. As you can see, this one is signed by Pat Mastriani and Stacy Mastician, who played Joey Jeremiah and Caitlin Ryan. You already know that, I'm sure, if you're watching this video. Or maybe you don't know that. If not, you should go watch Degrassi Junior High and then come back and watch this video. Anyways, the picture on the cover, if you're a Degrassi fan, you've probably seen this picture. It's not really a rare picture. It's one of the many group photos that were released with Degrassi. And a staple of these group photos is someone holding a basketball. And in this picture, it's Arthur. He's got a basketball that has DJH written on it in Sharpie marker. Not sure why it's Arthur holding the basketball. There was that subplot in season 1 where he wanted Yik Yu to teach him how to play basketball, but the whole point of that subplot was kind of that Arthur wasn't any good at basketball, but I suppose he maybe still likes basketball, so he's holding it. Doesn't matter too much. Then we got Caitlin. She's got a camera and a trophy, and she's also got her hand on Arthur's shoulder. Not sure why she has the camera or the trophy. Did Caitlin do photography? It wouldn't really be that out of character, but I don't think I remember her ever doing photography. Anyways, we've also got Yik Yu. Then we've got Joey Jeremiah and his skateboard, and Spike. Now, in the foreground, we've got Scooter. He's got probably a comic book because Scooter liked comic books, though I can't read what it is. Then we've got Wheels, and he's got his backpack that you remember from all those episodes where Wheels carried a backpack. But the highlights are kind of washed out on this, so you can't really see some of the details. And then Lucy is there with some textbooks. The one in front is a world history textbook, and I can't quite make out what the other textbooks are. So the format of this calendar is that we've got some photographs, and then we've got each month as a grid, the way calendars typically are, with the dates of the month and some various holidays or birthdays of Degrassi cast members listed. So let's start by looking at this series of photographs. We've got 2 photographs from the episode Taken Off Part 1. First, we've got Wheels about to get into the car with the vacuum cleaner salesman, and you remember from the episode what a lesson that was. It's a bad idea to get into the car with the vacuum cleaner salesman. Then we've got, speaking of bad ideas, Shane and Luke about to buy comically oversized acid tablets from the drug dealer outside the Gourmet Scum concert. Next, we've got a very, very nice photograph of Melanie from the episode 20 Bucks, where she's talking on the phone with those people who are going to hire her as a babysitter. And in the background, you can see out of focus, Melanie's mother is looking for her 20 bucks that she doesn't know what happens to it. And you will know what happened to it if you saw this episode, of course. So let's see what happens in Degrassi history in the month of January. January 1st is New Year's Day. January 13th is Alex Yankow's birthday. The 16th is Martin Luther King Day in the US. And the 30th is Yik's birthday. Now, of course, Degrassi is a Canadian television show, so the holidays that are exclusive to the United States will be describing as US because that's what the calendar does. For February, we have Joey Jeremiah and Caitlin Ryan. I'm not sure there's necessarily that much rhyme or reason what photos they chose to go with what month, although in this case I'm guessing because February is the month of Valentine's Day and this is kind of apparently Degrassi's favorite couple. they went with Joey and Caitlin. And who knows, at this point in Degrassi Junior High, maybe it would have made more sense to have these two if you were actually watching the show in 1989. I personally think they should have gone with Simon and Alexis since they are Degrassi's first couple. Or even better yet, they could have done a collage and put a bunch of pictures up there instead of just one, but they didn't. So what we have is Joey and Caitlin. Joey kind of has a Corey Feldman look, in my opinion, at this point. The way that his bangs were sort of like crispy and like shooting out from under his fedora. And Caitlin has her kind of two-tone proto e-girl hairdo. I guess you might describe it as, I don't know. And so what happens in Degrassi history in February? February 8th is Ash Wednesday, the 10th is Lincoln's birthday in the US and Mom's birthday. The 12th is also Mom's birthday. This is the first of one of the sort of little treats or mysteries that this calendar offers. It's not a mystery at this point because I've figured out what's going on here. Well, I kind of figured out what's going on here. I know who Mom is. Mom is Linda Schuyler. So, from these calendars, we can figure out the mystery of Linda Schuyler's birthday that you won't find otherwise on the internet when you Google Linda Schuyler. Her birthday is February 12th. For some reason, they have February 10th and February 12th as Mom's birthday in this calendar. But I know from other calendars, the 12th seems to be her birthday, and the 10th is just sort of a misprint in this particular calendar. If anyone knows if I'm wrong about that, feel free to correct me. The 14th is Valentine's Day, the 15th is Trisha's birthday, the 20th is President's Day in the US, and the 28th is Simon's birthday. For March, we have a kind of rare photo of LD. You don't really see too many LD photos in my experience that aren't, screenshots or group shots. So we have LD with her soccer ball. Then we've got from the episode Food for Thought, the first of many photos from Food for Thought in this calendar. We've got Scooter and Bartholomew Bond looking at their aquarium, trying to grow their bootleg sea monkeys. Degrassi, I think, was really trying to push these two characters as a new kind of comedy team replacement for Yik Yu and Arthur. Didn't really quite work out for whatever reason, but this is just kind of an artifact of the era, I suppose. And then we've got Mr. Garcia and Ms. Avery from the episode Star-Crossed. They're at the bowling alley handing out tickets for the Ball-a-thon, if you remember. That was going on in that episode. Not really one of my favorite episodes, but that's neither here nor there. For now, we want to know what happens in Degrassi history in the month of March. March 1st is Trudy's birthday, the 17th is St. Patrick's Day, the 19th is Palm Sunday, the 24th is Good Friday and Dad's birthday. Who's Dad? Well, you can imagine, because I've already explained about Mom's birthday, this is Kit Hood's birthday. But on that note, if they're going to have Mom and Dad as Linda Schuyler and Kit Hood, couldn't they have had Uncle's birthday and had it be Yan Moore, or Aunt's birthday and had it be Celine Stryleski, or one of these other people involved in the production of the show? Because a few of those people, well, actually many of those production people, I don't actually know their birthday, and I would like to wish them a happy birthday on my Degrassi Minute Instagram page, but they didn't include that stuff, so I'm kind of out of luck about that. The 26th is Easter Sunday, and the 28th is Rainbow's birthday. For April, we've got Paul and Lucy from the episode Big Girl Now, with Clutch kind of looking devilish with his hair slicked back and that little grin of his, coming in between them with some crinkle chips. Then we've got another picture from Food for Thought. We've got Melanie and Kathleen working on their science fair project, and you can see Kathleen has those cookies that you remember were very noisy. Little detail, they have some cutout letters Uh, it seemed to be kind of implied in the subtext of $20 that Melanie's mother was a graphic designer of some sort, so maybe she'd borrowed those from her mom to make the poster. Although I don't actually remember them doing anything like that for their poster. If anything, I remember Melanie writing everything in marker and Kathleen freaking out because she misspelled something. And next, we've got a photo of Wheels from Taken Off Part 2. There he is in the ballroom at Club Memories. Mike Nelson has gone off somewhere for a while, and Wheels is just kind of looking with that. He kind of had that look on his face for most of that episode, didn't he? Just kind of sitting there looking at everything going on around him. So, who knows what point in that episode that is. He had kind of a poker face going on for that one. So, we have to ask, what happens in Degrassi history in April? April 5th is LD's birthday. April 11th is Amy's birthday and Liz's birthday. Can you imagine what would happen if you put Amy and Liz together? The 20th is Passover. The 21st is Snake's birthday. And the 22nd is GOT's birthday. For May, see what I'm talking about? We get a picture of Scooter and Bartholomew Bond, and that's the picture for May. Another picture from Food for Thought. They're working on their science fair project. So we do get a good close-up of their poster, Junk versus Good Food, and we get to see what the diets of Jack and Jill, these rats, are. Jill's diet is lettuce, carrots, and alfalfa. Incidentally, if you're interested in the history of Hollywood or the tragic lives of former child actors, you should look up Alfalfa from The Little Rascals. That guy met a pretty grisly end. And we also got Jack's diet, chips, cheesies, and chocolate. Cheesies, I feel, was a real missed opportunity to squeeze another kind of product placement in here. I'm a big fan of the Degrassi product placement, and would have given a little bit more zazz to the Scooter character to give him an actual product instead of having him always just talk about cheesies. But they didn't. It's a missed opportunity. Such is life. We must go on asking questions like, what happens in Degrassi history in the month of May? May 14th is Tim's birthday and Mother's Day. The 17th is Diana's birthday and Michelle's birthday. The 22nd is Victoria Day. The 27th is Scooter's birthday. And the 29th is Memorial Day in the US. For June, we've got a picture of Simon working on some homework, it looks like. Then we've got Paul and Lucy. Kind of a funny, weird picture. Paul just down in the corner doing a kind of hover hand thing, and Lucy looking kind of irritated because, yeah, Paul was kind of an irritating character. And then we got BLT with a football. So, what happens in Degrassi history in the month of June? June 17th is Erica and Heather's birthday, the twins. The 18th is Father's Day. The 22nd is Lionel's birthday. This is the first mystery of this calendar. Lionel is someone that I've never heard of outside of this character. He, I'm assuming, is one of the background extras that doesn't get any lines, maybe. I can't quite figure out who he is. If anyone knows who Lionel is, please leave a comment. I'd appreciate if I could know who he is. And the 24th is St. John Baptiste Day. For July, we have Tim telling off Luke for letting Shane fall off the bridge or jump off the bridge after he took that acid. Who knows what happens? I guess we might never really know for sure. Then we have Snake, Joey, and BLT. Oddly, this calendar doesn't have a Zit Remedy shot of Joey, Snake, and Wheels together. I don't know why exactly. I guess season 3, maybe they were kind of on the outs with one another. Still, you would think that they would have put them together at least once in this image. But many of you might be kind of grateful that they haven't put them together, because a lot of people I know are irritated by the many Zit Remedy segments on the show. And then we have a very, very nice picture of Michelle and Alexa, a very kind of funny little friend pairing. A pairing that had a lot of nice polarity. Michelle being very introverted and Alexa being the most extroverted girl in the world. I think this must be a scene where Michelle had started to like BLT and Alexa is coming up with some kind of plan to put the two of them together. So, what happens in July in Degrassi history? July 1st is Canada Day, the 3rd is Maya's birthday, the 4th is Independence Day in the US, the 18th is Melanie's birthday, the 19th is Lucy's birthday, the 21st is Ricky's birthday, the 23rd is Caitlin's birthday, the 29th is Crystal's birthday, and the 31st is Spike's birthday. For August, it's another picture that you've probably already seen. This is kind of common on the internet. We have, from the episode The Whole Truth, Caitlin, Spike, and Liz. Spike has the flyer from that animal rights demonstration that Liz was going to go to. Caitlin's carrying a binder that has Degrassi Digest in a kind of banner header thing. And so Spike and Caitlin are looking off into the distance with a kind of look of concern on their face, and Liz is sort of scowling as usual. So what happens in Degrassi history in the month of August? August 1st is Allison's birthday. The 7th is Lily's birthday and Simcoe Day. The 16th is Shane's birthday. The 26th is Tessa's birthday. And the 30th is Kathleen's birthday. For September, we have Joey Jeremiah and his Casio wristwatch. I think I might do a video about Degrassi jewelry and accessories, and that wristwatch is probably going to be on that list. Then we've got Lucy and Erica looking at a horoscope book and really huddled together, looking almost like they're a two-headed person. And we've got another photograph from Food for Thought. Ms. Avery is talking to Vicky and Vivian about their science fair project on aqueous solutions, which as far as I can tell was the only real kind of science project where they actually did some kind of lab work. You know, they gave the awards to Heather and Erica, their project on eating disorders. Didn't really seem like much of a science project. They were just kind of showing some information that they'd gotten from books or pamphlets. And then Yick and Arthur, they made that robot, but honestly that seemed kind of lame to me. Why couldn't they have given Vicky and Vivian the first prize? Or better yet, could have given them a plot at some point. That would have been nice. I would have appreciated seeing these characters get a plot at some point. But they didn't, so we're left asking, what happens in Degrassi history in September? September 2nd is Clutch's birthday. The 3rd is Joy's birthday. The 4th is Labor Day. The 9th is Casey's birthday and AJ's birthday. AJ is another one of these characters I've never heard of outside of this calendar, so if you know who he is, please leave a comment. The 23rd is David's birthday. The 24th is Vivian's birthday, Wheel's birthday, and Luke's birthday. That's a pretty big day. The 29th is Alexa's birthday, and the 30th is Rosh Hashanah. For October, oh boy, look at that. We got Snake and Glenn. I'm not the first person or the only person to say this. They should have brought back Glenn at some point. Maybe they weren't going to do it in the original series. It's something we have to applaud them simply for doing this storyline in the original series, but they weren't going to bring Glenn back. But Snake goes on for like another 30 years in the show, and in the next generation, it would have made sense at some point for Snake to at least mention he has a brother, or at least, better yet, to bring Glenn back in some capacity. Why didn't they do that? I don't know. So anyways, we've also got Amy and Allison sitting at the lunch table. They've got their kind of funny sweaters on. Amy's got her, not quite the most puffball one she's got, but it does seem to have some kind of puffballs up around the shoulders. And at this point, she's got her kind of perm, curly hair. And then we got Clutch in his paint-splattered car. So what happens in Degrassi history in October? October 7th is Max's birthday. The 9th is Yom Kippur, Columbus Day in the U.S., and Thanksgiving. The 10th is Mitchie's birthday. The 15th is Bartholomew Bond's birthday. The 17th is Nancy's birthday. The 26th is Dorothy's birthday. And the 31st is Halloween. For November, we've got Dorothy with a little tiny squirt gun she's about to shoot you with. You remember from that episode. Interestingly, there's no Tessa Campanelli photos in this. You would think they would have Tessa Campanelli because she really did end up being kind of important in the long run. And she wasn't really that important at this point, but still, she was in episodes and was kind of getting subplots in some capacity, but she's not in here. We've got another picture from Food for Thought. We've got Mr. Radich at this point. He's not yet assistant principal or principal. This is still Degrassi Junior High. He's talking to Heather and Erica about their project on eating disorders. And then we've got Arthur from an episode that I'm in a very small minority of people who enjoy this episode. Season's Greetings. Arthur is there arguing with Yikyu over something or other, and he's got a can of Diet Coke in the foreground. So, what happens in Degrassi history in November? November 11th is Remembrance Day. The 15th is Mahmoud's birthday and Mark's birthday. The 23rd is Thanksgiving in the U.S. The 27th is BLT's birthday. And the 28th is Arthur's birthday. Wrapping up 1989 with December, we have an image of the adoration of Emma Nelson. We've got Lucy, Erica, Spike, Joey Jeremiah and his Santa hat, Alexa, Tim, Melanie, Caitlin, Michelle, and I can't figure out who those two characters on the side are. If you watch the episode, I'm sure you could figure out who's standing over there. And then in the center, we've got little Emma Nelson. So, what happens in Degrassi history in December? December 6th is Vicky's birthday. The 16th is Joanne's birthday. The 22nd is Joey's birthday. The 23rd is Hanukkah. The 25th is Christmas. The 26th is Paul's birthday and also Boxing Day. And there's no mention of New Year's Eve, so I guess it really doesn't matter too much. But that's not all, because at the end we have a couple of odds and ends. Not nearly as many as I would like. You can see there's quite a bit of negative space that they didn't do anything with. But we do get a picture of GOT, which is kind of rare. There's not that many pictures of GOT floating around that aren't screenshots. We've got a picture of probably my favorite C-level subplot, Yanko trying to figure out how he's going to pronounce Welcome to Degrassi, with Nancy standing in the background looking kind of disappointed in him. We've got Diana doing something with her hair, spraying hairspray at it, it looks like. And then, I'm not sure who these two are. I think they must be people involved in the production of the show. That might be Bruce McDonald in the New York Yankees hat. I really don't know. I'm probably wrong about that. And then on the next page, we've got Mahmoud and Trish chopping cucumbers. We've got, I think, Phil Earnshaw. We've got Joy St. Jean. And we've got Nancy with, I want to say Mark or David. There's a couple of the background extras that I really can't keep straight which one is which. So I know that this guy does have a name, and I think he has a kind of subplot where he's sort of dating Amy. They go to Lucy's party together, and they might go to a dance. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. But that's it for Degrassi Junior High 1989 calendar. Degrassi Junior High is produced by Playing with Time Incorporated in association with Canadian Broadcasting Corporation and WGBH Boston, and with the U.S. Corporation for Public Broadcasting and the Public Broadcasting Service, and with the participation of Telefilm Canada. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned because I've got some ideas for future episodes. I'm probably going to be doing an episode on lost and obscure Degrassi media where I'll be talking about a lot of things that I don't have, but I might know where they exist, or at least I know that they do probably exist. And I'll probably be talking about some things that I actually do have, like the Mike and the Drifters album. They were actually called Chameleon, but this is an album that was made by Dave James, who played Wheel's dad, and the backing band includes Earl Mavek and Dave Gludd, who were the Drifters from the episode Parents Night, and this also has Louis Mann and Wendy Watson on it, who made most of the original music from Degrassi Junior High and Degrassi High. Also, as I mentioned, probably going to be making a video about Degrassi accessories, and I'm working right now on an episode about the friendship of Joey Snake and Wheels, where I'm going to be trying to psychoanalyze the characters and look at the dynamics of that group with the goal of trying to explain that I think what happened in School South actually makes a lot of sense. So, again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned and I'll see you later.